Bulldogs from Spokane, Washington. In a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Don Gubbins with you, with Celeste Gehring, my longtime partner. Played basketball with the LSU Tigers back in the day. And Celeste, the Gonzaga Bulldogs, 20-8 overall, 12-3 in conference. They are tied for first place with the LMU Lions, who continue to surprise the WCC and are looking for their 7th win in a row today. But the Tigers on Senior Day, taking on Gonzaga just 2 weeks ago up in Spokane. The Bulldogs really handled the Pacific easily in that basketball game, and the Tigers looking for revenge today.
Absolutely, Tigers looking for a revenge. As you said, Gonzaga's a great team, currently ranked 2nd in the country with 3-pointers at 38.7% and 45% overall of shooting, and that leads the WCC. Pacific, on the other hand, Don, is the best at defending the three, keeping opponents less than 30%, and they were firing on all cylinders last game, so this is going to be a good one.
Well, let's hope. Hope the Tigers can stay with them, as Gonzaga easily ran over Pacific back on the 5th. Check that, the 7th of February in Spokane. It was 72-44. The Tigers just couldn't get anything going. They shot terribly in that game. Only 4 of 22. Check that. It was even worse than that. It was 4 of 23. 17% from the three-point line in that ball game. Gonzaga, in that win against Pacific 2 weeks ago, played quite a few players. They pulled their starters, didn't play anywhere near their normal minutes, as Pacific had come off of a big win just 48 hours early, less than 48 hours earlier in that first matchup against Santa Clara, scoring 90 points here on the home floor. And had to go up to Spokane right after that. It was kind of a deflation situation. But today, fresh and renewed, Pacific Tigers wearing the home whites. It'll be Marina Radoshai, Daria Nestorov, Stella Szabo, Sophia Minderman, and Sydney Ward for Pacific. For Gonzaga, Inez Betancourt, Allie Turner, Taylor Smith, Lauren Whitaker, and Z. Alcuso. This is Sydney Ward, the senior, honored before the basketball game today. Hits the three to open up the scoring, and the Tigers up 3-0.
This is what we saw last game against the Tigers, getting ahead early always gives them confidence. So seeing Sydney Ward go for that right away, good sign.
Gonzaga wearing the road blues, trimmed in the white and the red. Pacific in the home whites, trimmed in the black and the orange. Gonzaga moving right to left offensively as we view the court. Allie Turner, the West Coast Conference Freshman of the Year last year, terrific shooter, especially from the three-point line. Cross-court pass is going to go all the way to the Tigers bench, and Ziao Kauso turns it over for Gonzaga. So a good start for the Tigers in the first 30 seconds. They get a triple and then force Gonzaga into a turnover. Stella Szabo, the sophomore from Stockholm, Sweden, to Daria Nestorov, the sophomore from Serbia. Finds Szabo underneath. She rushed the shot. I think Whitaker maybe got a touch on that to partially block that.
Yeah, she just got a tip on the finger there.
Whitaker, Celeste, 6'3", redshirt freshman from Canterbury, New Zealand. Leads the conference in scoring overall. Entering play today, 19 points a game, but in conference she's number 2 technically in conference play, 18.5 points a game, behind Kylie Ray of San Diego, who leads the conference, 18.6. Tigers wanted a foul on that jump shot out on the right wing, didn't get it. Whitaker will shoot the three a little bit, but she grabs the offensive rebound and the putback and is no good. Somebody fouled there for Pacific. Let's see who it's on. Sophia Minderman, the freshman from Folsom, California, picks up the personal foul. The officials today, Rochelle Bennett, the lead referee today. The umpires are Kenneth Sims and Katie Bossenmeyer. Whitaker, 83% at the free throw line, so she can score a variety of ways. She'll step out and hit the threes we touched on, but terrific low post player, Celeste.
Yeah, absolutely. Last game against Washington State, she had a double-double, 14 points, 11 rebounds, her 14th double-double of the year.
Probably, without question, will be player of the year, I would think, in conference. That would give them back-to-back players of the year, and Turner and Whitaker, if that does happen. Tigers trapping in the backcourt after the failed offensive possession. Pull-up jumper, no good. Taylor Smith, 6'2 junior from Pocatello, Idaho there for Gonzaga, misfiring.
She's a half an hour from my hometown growing up, Don.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, good to see her out there.
Pocatello, Idaho.
Yes.
Got a university in Pocatello, don't they?
Idaho State.
Yes. Nesterov misfire. She had a big game for the Tigers in the win Thursday night here against USF. Tigers with a 22-point win over the Dons, and there's a triple. Allie Turner showing her range, and she is a good one out there. Turner, 35% from the three-point line. Average, check that, she is 45% from the three-point line. Easily leads the team in that category. Now a foul away from the ball. Going to go on Taylor Smith. First personal, first team foul. Turner averaging 13.9 points a game, the second leading scorer for Gonzaga this year. Ball poked away on the inbounds. Gonzaga forces the turnover. Betancourt to the rim and scores with a right hand. Ganesh Betancourt from San Miguel, Portugal, by way of University of Connecticut. Played 2 years, freshman, sophomore year with Gino Auriemma at UConn.
Great coach.
You've heard of him?
I've heard of him.
Okay.
I think he's pretty good.
I did a lot of homework to find that name, and now you're making me feel bad. You've heard of him. Karen Gardner will check in, a 5'10 sophomore, local product from Spokane for Gonzaga. She's playing about 20 minutes a game, 6 points a contest, 3 rebounds. This is Szabo. Got it! Stella Szabo, the long distance three, makes it a 7-6 Gonzaga lead. Nobody in the backcourt. Turner was trapped all by her lonesome. Nobody in the backcourt whatsoever from either team. But they get the ball inbounds. Jaden Hale is also out there. Beautiful movement and a great pass. Taylor Smith finishes inside. So it's a 9-6 Bulldog lead. This is Nesterov gets the foul call going to the rim hard there. Mentioned Daria had a great game Thursday night in the Tigers' 22-point win against the Don Celeste. She was couldn't miss. Ends up 6 of 11 Thursday night from the floor, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Had 18 points, 5 assists, or normal. 5 assists per game, number 3 in the conference in that category, but 3 steals, 2 rebounds. Nesterov at 5'4" is just a terrific dynamite player for the Tigers.
Yeah, and it's her third straight game she scored in double figures. She's on a roll.
Well, she's really looking to pick up the offense. Personally, there was a time in the month of January she got maybe a pass first point guard, but she is a good shooter from anywhere on the floor.
Yeah, she really is.
Tigers with some zone full court pressure, but the Zags had no problem with it. Now Betancourt almost lost it on the far sideline, but gets it back. Allie Turner works against Liv Jurgensen, a freshman from El Dorado Hills for the Tigers, and a violation. The pass hit the end line, I think.
Good job by Jurgensen forcing her baseline.
Pressure here, zone full court by Gonzaga. Lisa Fortier, in her 12th year with the program, of course. Terrific coach. Tigers get an offensive rebound. That was Sydney Ward off the first rebound and is fouled on the putback. Bradley Davis of Pacific in his 11th year, Celeste. So we have 2 longtime coaches in the West Coast Conference. So these are the 2 senior coaches now, Fortier and Bradley Davis, and you can't meet better coaches and better people, can you?
No, you can't. And just, to see what they've done with both their teams throughout the season has been incredible.
Ward, one of 4 Tiger seniors honored before the ball game. Molly Ennis, Hannah Berg, Louisa Anderegg, the other 3. But it's Ward from Houston, Texas, who's averaging just inside of 11 points a game and just inside of 7 rebounds a game. She's number 2 in the conference in rebounds, is Sydney Ward.
And it's been so much fun. Her family's been out here for a while now watching her play her last couple of games. So fun to see them coming over from Houston.
Yeah, and Michelle and Ray Ward out from Houston. Aunt and uncle are here as well. There's a missed shot in the corner by Gonzaga. Rebound to Bartholomew, who's checked in for Pacific. Here's Ward with a right hand on a fadeaway. Tough shot, got it to go. Tigers lead it 12-9.
Really nice shot, totally off balance all the way.
Sierra Lichty out there for Gonzaga as well right now. This is Gardner. Lichty had a look at a 3, didn't take it, and said Betancourt will and drain it. Inesh Betancourt, the senior, 35% from beyond the arc this year. Only scoring 6 points a game. More of a terrific defender than she is an offensive threat, but obviously can step out and hit that triple. We're knotted up at 12 apiece. We've played 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Ward has Nesteroff open, had to rush the shot, missed it as a result. Betancourt with good D there. Next whistle will get us the media break here. Nia Lowry, who's checked in for the Tigers, a late whistle underneath on the block shot, but somebody got too much arm. Sydney Ward picks up the personal foul as she went for the shot block. There's the whistle, and we have timeout on the floor. 4:05 remains in the opening quarter. We're knotted up at 12 on ESPN+. With Celeste Gearing, I'm Don Gubbins. Welcome back inside the Spanos Center. Nice to have all of you with us on Senior Day inside the Spanos Center. Tigers and the Gonzaga Bulldogs 12-12, 4:05 remaining in the opening quarter. At the line for Gonzaga is Sierra Lichty. Riverton, Utah native, 80% at the stripe. Gonzaga, one of the best free throw shooting teams in the conference, 75% as a team. They do trail the Tigers, who will sit at 77% this year at the free throw line in that category. Both free throws made, so the Zags up by 2. Kind of a 2-3 matchup zone here. And this is Nia Lowry of Pacific, the junior from Sacramento, leaving the 3-point shot attempt short. Whitaker cleans the board up. And Lowry gets it right back on the steal. Tigers look for Ward down low. Good lift fake, and then banking it in with the left hand is Sydney Ward. Boy, Ward's got the adrenaline going after that pregame introduction. Celeste honoring her and her 3 senior teammates, and she's come out on fire tonight.
Yeah, it's such an amazing time, playing your last game on this court and just giving it your all and having your friends and family here. She's bringing it.
There's Whitaker working her way from the right side, and that strong body of hers got her all the way to the rack, off the window, and good. Whitaker's got 4. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Sydney Ward of Pacific has 7 points to lead all scorers at the moment as she's going to go against Whitaker. Missed the shot short. A little bit of contact there. Whitaker so strong, forced her off her spot. Turner in transition off the dribble, no good, but a long rebound to Gonzaga. They'll get a second look at it here. Winner Bartholomew helping out, forced Whitaker to miss the shot as Ward came around to front her on that. Nice defense by the Tigers. Lowry, Nesteroff, Ward, Bartholomew, and Jurgensen out on the floor. This is Winner Bartholomew. She'll take that shot and hit it. Turn around baseline, nice shot.
She does that so well, reading the defense to see if they're going to come back out on her or not. If they don't, she's going to go shoot straight up with it.
Well, Whitaker gave her a step there and didn't challenge it big time. And to your point, Bartholomew is very adept at hitting that mid-range, along the baseline especially. Taryn Gardner looking down low, finds Lichty, reverse layup with some English on the ball, no good, but there's Whitaker, the ever-present one, and the offensive board and put back for Whitaker.
Whitaker does such a great job with her body, the way she posts up and asks for the ball with those long limbs and also blocking out. She has just a really great job blocking out using her whole body, her elbows and her lower body to hold the player in so she can go for the ball and get it.
Her agility and footwork, Celeste, for her size are something to behold.
Yeah.
There is Nia Lowry for Pacific, draining the big three. And right in front of us, Bradley Davis trips over one of his Tigers, ready to check in here. And that's going to be a hand check foul on Nesterov. Nesterov got a forearm to the chops after she bumped the Gonzaga player, and she's okay here. Nesterov picks up her first personal. That is the fourth team foul on Pacific, but only 1:06 remains in the opening quarter here. Tigers by one. Cristabel Osorobo, sophomore from Spain, Tudela, Spain, 5'11" guard, playing only about 6 minutes a game this year. Alcuso with a dribble handoff. What do we got here?
They call 3 seconds, Nikki.
3-second violation, I guess. Well, some of these officials sure don't sell the call very long anyway. But the violation on Gonzaga apparently is their fourth turnover here in the opening quarter. Hannah Berg, one of the seniors honored before the game, out there on the floor, and now a hand check foul. No, they're going to call Anderegg for an illegal pick up top. She didn't stay set there. You see that so much where the screener just moves their feet too quickly after the ball handler uses that pick.
Right, especially in the hip area. That's when the refs notice it the most.
You never did that at LSU. You always kept your feet.
No.
Great defensive player. And
I think I have some bruises still holding it.
I bet you do. How about Lauren Whitaker? She's having 8 points now in the quarter, and Gonzaga back up by 1. 20-19 as Hannah Berg facing pressure in the backcourt by Osorobo. Shot clock off. Tigers have a chance for the last shot of the quarter here. Hannah Berg with the left hand finds Anderegg. Sets for three. Misses wide right. Good look at it there. 2 seconds, 1 second. Betancourt hoists it up under pressure. And that's the way the first quarter ends from Stockton, California this afternoon. We're on the beautiful campus at the University of the Pacific. Gonzaga 20, Pacific 19 after 1. We'll be back with the second quarter for you on ESPN+. Well, we played 10 minutes here in Stockton this afternoon. Gonzaga 20-19 lead over the Tigers. And Celeste, a couple of stats here in the first quarter you have to be concerned about if you're Bradley Davis of Pacific, and that's Lauren Whitaker, 8 points, 6 rebounds already in only 7.5 minutes of playing time, and then 10 points in the paint of the 20 for Gonzaga. Tigers are going to need to somehow make them get the ball and shoot it more outside here.
Right, and I think they're going to have to front Whitaker, double team her more.
Well, they got her, missed the shot out on the perimeter by Alcuso, but offensive rebound to Gonzaga. Zags out rebounded the Tigers 13-6 in that first quarter. Also, Robo misses the three-pointer in front of the Tiger bench, and then Minderman in transition is fouled. It'll be baseline out of bounds for the Tigers. Alcuso picks up her first personal foul, first team foul, of course, here, just starting the second quarter. Hannah Berg will check out. That gets Nesterov back in for the Tigers. Inbound pass taken by Marina Radoshai. 6'3" junior from Richmond, Canada. Started Thursday night, started again today. Ward, who had 9 points, 3 rebounds in that first quarter. Minderman, long three from the left angle. Sophia Minderman number 3 in the conference this year, averaging 2.1 made threes a ball game. This 5'10" guard from Folsom High School puts the Tigers back on top by 2, 22-20. Tigers scoring at a good clip in this one. Left elbow jumper by Taylor Smith, no good, but again an offensive rebound by Gonzaga. That is their 7th offensive rebound in this game, and boy, you really have to be concerned right now on the Tiger bench, Celeste. You got to put bodies on these Bulldogs.
Absolutely, or else those second chance points are going to add up really, really quickly.
About 33% of all rebounds by Gonzaga this year are on the O boards. Three-pointer misses. They got Turner to miss that, and then Whitaker all the way out on the perimeter. Zabo tied up here. Possession arrow to Pacific. Boy, Zabo did a good job to get her hands on that ball against the bigger Lauren Whitaker there. Whitaker will come out, get a breather. Jaden Hale will take the post position. Julia Wilson checking in, 5'10" freshman from Temecula for Gonzaga. This is Minderman. Got her dribble. Now she picks it up. Ward trying to beat everyone to the rack. Bowls over one of the Bulldogs, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Jaden Hale, the 6'2" freshman from Fargo, North Dakota. Thought she moved just a little late there, Celeste. That's what called the block instead of the charge. How good is Ward, though, for Pacific getting to the free throw line this year with her aggressiveness?
She's been fantastic. She came off that screen, Dawn. It reminded me of like a bowling ball going in through the lane and just knocking out the pins as she went in there. She is on a mission to get into that lane and score that ball into the basket. She
was trying to pick up the 5-10 split there, and she got through there, and the 10-pin was a step late in taking the charge. My Kegler knowledge that I grew up in the bowling alley.
I'm impressed with that.
Yeah. 1 out of 2 for Ward. Tigers up by 3 all of a sudden, and then to the rack. The Bulldogs are fouled by Minderman of Pacific, I believe, here. Let's check. Marina Radoshai, number 9, instead of number 8 was the signal. So Radoshai picks up the personal. Bartholomew back in for the Tigers. Winner, the leading scorer for Pacific this year. 13.3 points a game. She'll spell Sydney Ward, who needs a breather. Wilson, only 54% at the line. Hasn't played a lot, 11 minutes a game, but gets the first free throw here. Scoring just about 2 points a game. For Coach 48. By the way, the assistant coaches for Gonzaga, Jordan Green, the longtime assistant coach. In fact, this entire coaching staff, Celeste, very tenured. They're the third most tenured coaching staff as a group in the country. Jordan Green, Stacy Kleinsmith, and Craig Fortier.
That's impressive.
Chantel Oshahoa. Jasmine Redmond as well this year. Tigers missed the shot. Good rebound inside by Wilson. She'll bring the left-hand dribble up against Radoshai. Now backs it off. Tigers player-to-player defense. Minderman down low is going to have a handful working against Taylor Smith, who takes advantage of the size there and scores with the right hand. So again, more points in the paint for Gonzaga. Tigers in transition. Kick it out. Now they'll take some time here. 7.5 to go, second quarter. Gonzaga back on top by 1. Got a good ball game for you this afternoon. Radoshai tried to hit Bartholomew, not the best of passes there. It goes out of bounds. Turnover, Pacific. Tigers only had 2 turnovers, Celeste, in that first quarter. That certainly is a big plus for Coach Davis and the staff.
Absolutely, they took really good care of the basketball, and they had clean, crisp passes that they moved off of. So that cut down on any turnovers.
Gonzaga had 4 turnovers in the first quarter. They have the ball. Here's Turner. Inside the three-point line. Can't get it to go. Ball out of bounds to Pacific. So Gonzaga 8 of 22 from the floor officially, 36.5%. Only 2 of 8 from downtown. So Tigers continue to do a good job from the three-point line defensively. Ward has a look at a three. Back iron. She checks back in. Winner Bartholomew trying to poke it away, can't do so. In transition. Karen Gardner, and they swing it now all the way over to Turner on the weak side. Works against Ward, looking to drive baseline, does so. Very patient on this offense, on this trip down the floor are the Zags. Jaden Hale way up top, 6 seconds to shoot. Wilson, down low. 28 seconds of perfect defense, and then the Tigers give one up. Jaden Hale wide open inside for the easy one.
That's what makes Gonzaga so good is they will swing their offense to the right. If nothing's open, they'll swing it to the left and try again. And they will get that very open pass, which they got if they're patient.
Bartholomew with a quick baseline right jumper that's no good. Tough sequence there for the Tigers. Wilson leans in off balance from behind. Arched her back to try and draw contact, but makes the basket without the foul. And it's timeout Bradley Davis. With 5:52 remaining in the second quarter, the Zags up 28-23, the largest lead of the afternoon. We'll take the break on ESPN+. Gonzaga on an 8-4 run here in the second quarter, the first 4 minutes and 8 seconds of it anyway. The Tigers' assistant coaches, by the way, under head coach Bradley Davis is Amy Starr, the longtime associate head coach, Amanda Brown, Giovanna Shubashish, Miles Sherman. How about a shout out to Kristen Vanzetti, too, the director of basketball. Put her a lot of effort and time in this week, getting ready for senior day today. Sophia Minderman misses off of Nesterov potential assist. Minderman misses the shot, though, and a rebound deflects off of Gonzaga out of bounds.
Yeah, Kristen did such a great job today giving all the seniors these great paintings of themselves. Dawn, you know, when I graduated, we got pictures, which were fantastic, but these were phenomenal paintings that all the players just loved. She did a fantastic job.
Yeah, what would you call that artwork? Kind of a mosaic of the student athlete in action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful flowers, too.
Winner Bartholomew pulls up and drains the 15-footer. Nesterov with the assist. Bartholomew, 4 points in the basketball game for the Tigers. Gets Pacific within 3 here. Trouble is out on the floor for Gonzaga, and that is Lauren Whitaker with another easy one. She's got 10 points in the ball game to tie Sydney Ward for game-high honors. Nia Lowry of Pacific looks for Bartholomew, who rolls. Pock and pip. There we go. 12-footer is good off the right angle. Winner Bartholomew picking up the offense here in the second quarter for the Tigers.
She's such a versatile player, being able to really hit anywhere on the court. You know, she's big, but she plays all over the place.
30-27 ball game to the rack. Bartholomew lost her, and that's Jaden Hale, freshman. Got another basket for Gonzaga. 5-point lead for the Zags. Ward looking down low, not open, then she'll pick up the dribble, get to the rim, and score with a left hand. Beautiful take to the basket.
Great job reading the defense there by Ward and just moving down that lane.
Minderman really all over Allie Turner. They're making every shot Turner shoots today. Duress, under duress. Well, a beautiful back pick. That one freed up. Turner, she airballed it. 3-on-3 developing. Minderman had a step, now backs it off. Looks for help. Comes down to Ward, who crashes into 2 defenders. And then the shot is blocked by Whitaker. Gonzaga with possession. Up they come. Hale was wide open on the right block there. They couldn't find her, though.
I was surprised they didn't hit her on that one.
We got 2 players on Turner just to make sure she doesn't shoot out there. That leaves one of the other Zags open. That's Betancourt, who's short with a three-point shot attempt, and the Tigers can tie it with a triple here. 3 minutes to go, second quarter. Ward will take it and hit it. Whitaker's huffing and puffing. She didn't get up on Ward, that jab step. And then Sydney, on second thought, took it right up and scored.
It was fantastic read there. Ward just have that little step and thought, well, I'm going back up.
Sydney's got almost half the Tiger points here. 15 points first half. 32 for Pacific has tied it up. Tigers knock it out of bounds. Sydney needs a breather. She's going to come out. Radoshai in, Anderegg in, Jurgensen in, Szabo in for Pacific. Nestorov, Minderman, and Bartholomew. That was some wild last couple of minutes, and they're all going to get a well-deserved rest there.
Coach Bradley Davis doing a good job keeping all the team fresh, getting out there. This is hard to, keep moving and defending those passes that Gonzaga's putting down.
We get the 6-3, Radoshai out on Turner. Offensive rebound again. Here's a right wing three, and that one's good by Alcuso. 31% this year. She's a terrific mid-range jumper, but that time she stepped out beyond the three-point line and drained it. Alcuso, who was a freshman of the year in the WCC 2 years ago when she played at St. Mary's. Good size, great skill sets all around. Terrific player. Cross-court pass, ill-advised, stolen by Turner. 2-on-2. Turner's going to go in, lean in against Szabo, forced her to miss the shot. Offensive rebound put back is blocked by the Tigers. Lichty had her shot blocked. She went down, no call. A minute and a half to go in the quarter. Tigers trail by 3. It's been a good one here in the first half from Stockton. Gonzaga with a win, looking to try and stay tied with the LMU Lions. This is Radoshai, who got behind the basket, and the shot is blocked by Gonzaga. Lichty in transition, spins with a left hand and scores off the window. She has an and one here as well as the Tigers. Liv Jurgensen, the freshman, got her on the arm simultaneously, so a three-point play opportunity for Gonzaga.
Such a nice move there by Lichty. She didn't even slow down on that spin, moved on at all. It was 100 miles an hour, still on that spin.
Beautiful move. Tigers had defenders back, but the move was better than the defense was there. One shot here at the free throw line for Lichty. She's 80% at the stripe. And she does complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. So now it's the largest lead of the ball game, 6 points for the Bulldogs. Nestorov triggers the offense here in the half court. Szabo, boy, didn't loop it up high enough. Betancourt was expecting that pass. Good scouting, good defense, and good execution offensively. Inês Betancourt, the senior from Portugal, makes it an 8-point Gonzaga lead. Inside of a minute to go, second quarter, and there's too much contact by Betancourt. That's going to be the 4th team foul on Gonzaga.
Foul number 8, Inês Betancourt, first personal, 4th team foul.
Betancourt's first personal. Cristabel Osarobo is in there, and now an offensive foul call. Winter Bartholomew tripped her. They're saying it's an offensive foul. Bradley Davis up, not happy with that. The defender trips on a set screener. It's not like she moved her leg to cause the trip. If she set, how do you call that on the offensive player there?
Right, I thought she had tripped on her own.
Full court pressure by the Tigers. Radoshai pokes it away near the mid-court line. 10-second differential here. There's an offensive foul on Gonzaga, and the Tigers get the ball back.
Good job by Minderman getting that call.
So Turner checks out for Gonzaga. Osarobo back in. Shot clock off. Tigers looking for the last shot of the quarter, trailing by 8 here. A bucket would give them some momentum getting into the first half intermission into the locker room. Nesterov gets a pick, reverses, now looks for Radosai down low, and going from the backside for a steal is Lichty. Too much contact there. Not around the side. So the Tigers are going to get 2 free throws here, Celeste, in a big break for Pacific with that call.
Yeah, you know, Radosai had been working hard underneath trying to get that open pass every single time, and they couldn't get her in. And this last time around, Lichty just went right through her.
Marina rims out the first free throw. She's only 41% free throw shooter. Has an unusual style. The long, lanky Radosai has a very high arcing shot here. Gets 1 out of 2. Tigers put pressure in the backcourt. They don't even get, well, they don't get the shot off officially. It would not have counted. And there's the horn sounding the end of the second quarter from Stockton. We have a good ball game for you on the West Coast Conference today. The number 1 Gonzaga Bulldogs tied with LMU in the 1 spot, leading the Pacific Tigers 40-33 at halftime. We'll take the break, come back with some first half numbers for you after these timeouts on ESPN+. And we welcome you back into the Spano Center on the campus at the University of the Pacific for West Coast Conference basketball. The Tigers and Gonzaga hooked up in a good ball game, Celeste. The Zags really in that first half, they shoot 44% on 15 of 34 overall. And the Tigers were 11 of 26, 42%. Good shooting by both squads, but it's the 5 of 10 from the three-point line in that first half by the Tigers that are keeping them in this basketball game at halftime.
Yeah, the Tigers have done a great job looking at that three-point, really going for those shots, and if they're not making it or if they see a closer shot going in, but their first thought is to really shoot that three.
And they're going to have to continue to shoot the ball well in the second half from downtown, as Gonzaga getting a lot of looks in the paint. Of their 40 points, 24 of those points are in the painted area. And no wonder they're shooting at 44%. The Tigers are really lucky to only be down in some ways by only 7 at halftime, especially when they're giving up 9 offensive rebounds to boot.
Yeah, Whitaker, again, just an amazing player, doing everything she can inside to post up, get open, having backdoor screen cuts as well. She's doing it all down there. And so the Tigers are really going to have to defend her in the front just to not even get the ball.
We'll see if they put a front side defender and a backside defender on her at some point. She's got, Whitaker has 10 points to lead Gonzaga, 8 rebounds to go along with those 10 points. Betancourt had 7 in that first half for Gonzaga. Lichty had 5. Wilson off the bench had 4. Jaden Hale had 4 as well. Z. Aokuso had 3. And Taylor Smith had 4. The Zags doing what they do best, and that's really disperse and spread out that offensive production besides the 2 terrific players in Turner and Whitaker, of course.
Yeah, it really reminds me of my LSU playing days, just that motion offense where they're whipping that ball across and whipping it back on the other side to really create an open shot. And every time if they're patient, they get a wide open shot, and that's what that offense is designed to do. And it is very hard to guard, Dawn. I mean, it's exhausting to guard against.
The Tigers had a terrific first half by senior Sydney Ward. 15 points for Ward on 5 of 8 shooting, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Ward had 6 rebounds. Thank goodness for Sydney Ward in that first half. If you're a Pacific Tiger fan, what a performance in that first 20 minutes.
Yes, calling her Wonderful Ward. I mean, she is just one crew wrecking ball out there, getting it done, going in to score as much as she can, being on the boards as much as she can. She is a fire starter out there and really encouraging her teammates as well to get involved in the offense.
The Tigers had 6 from Bartholomew, 3 from Lowry, Minderman, and Zabo each, 2 from Nestorov. Dari had a quiet first half offensively and 1 point from Radoshai. Tigers get outscored 20-14 in that second quarter, trail by 7 at halftime. The Tigers got out rebounded Celeste 22-13 in that first half. They're going to have to do a better job on the boards without question if they want to stay in this ball game.
Absolutely. You know, the second chance points category really hasn't been as huge of a number as I thought it was going to be. You know, Gonzaga has 9 second chance points, while Pacific has 7, so there's not much differential there, right?
Despite the 6 boards, to your point, yeah.
Right, but in the second half, that's probably going to change, to your point. Have to keep them off the boards, have to crash the boards as much as possible, because those second chance points will be a problem.
All right, that's a look at the numbers. It's 40-33 Gonzaga here at intermission. We'll take the break, and we come back. We'll have the second half, but we'll look around the league quickly at other games in conference before the second half tips up. You're watching ESPN Plus. Back here in Stockton, a quick look around the West Coast Conference of other games going on this afternoon. It's a full slate of 6 games in the West Coast Conference play today. Portland, who's in the 5th spot currently, taking on the University of Seattle. They're in the 12th spot. That game started at 1 o'clock. Don't have a score on it for you, but Portland is at Seattle today. Washington State University, Wazoo at Oregon State. That game also started at 1 o'clock, so this should be about finishing up. Washington State in the 10th spot. Oregon State tied for 3rd entering play today. They are tied for 3rd with the Santa Clara Broncos, who are at Malibu down at Pepperdine today. That's a 2 o'clock tip. There should be about halftime, so Santa Clara and Pepperdine. That game has significance for the Tigers, as Pacific, who is tied for 8th with St. Mary's, still has a chance to catch the Waves. We'll keep an eye on that for you maybe here in the second half. San Diego, who sits in the 11th spot at 4 o'clock, they'll tip off against the first place LMU Lions, who I touched on earlier have won 6 in a row, Celeste. How about that?
Yeah.
They're tied for first with these Gonzaga Bulldogs. And then at 5 o'clock this afternoon, over in Moraga, the aforementioned Gales of St. Mary's playing host to the USF Dons. The Dons sit in the 6th spot all by themselves at the moment. And I mentioned the St. Mary's tied with Pacific for that 8th spot. So that'll be a game the Tigers will certainly be keeping an eye on later today. Gonzaga leading by 7 as we begin the second half. Third quarter underway. Bulldog basketball. Both teams with their starters out there. Taylor Smith up top, guarded by Radoshai, makes an errant pass under Radoshai's pressure. Turner got hung up on a pick out on the right wing, wanted a foul call, I believe, didn't get it. She was late getting to that pass. So neither team really had a problem with turnovers of significance, although that is the 9th turnover now of the ball game for the Zags. We're going to check that. That is the 6th turnover. My apologies. Zaga only with 5 turnovers in the first half. The Tigers had 7. Don't execute there. Zaga looking to build on the 7-point lead. Betancourt pass stolen by Ward. She's going to go coast to coast. Right hand, got it. Sydney Ward, that's a long way to go, isn't it, when you steal the ball at the midcourt or at the free throw line. And now Ward, or check that, Nesterov's going to pick up a personal foul here in the backcourt. Almost surprised the Zags there with that steal. Well, Ward draws the offensive foul as she stepped in front of Taylor Smith and got the call there.
A couple of times the Zags have been leading with their elbows on a couple of plays, and refs called it there.
Katie Bossenmeyer with the call there. Minderman of Pacific, the freshman, works against Turner, the terrific sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri. A 5-second violation? A quick 5 seconds.
Well, that was quick.
So Tigers turn it right back. Going to show pressure in the backcourt, but they'll back it off. They're going to make Turner bring the ball up here. Works against Stella Zabo. Way up top, Whitaker.
She's coming out. Shoot her, Stella.
Whitaker forces it up and is strong enough to put it up underneath and score. She got hammered really good there. How about the strength by Whitaker there against Radoshai, who picks up the personal foul?
Yeah, Whitaker has such a strong lower body and uses that to really maneuver into the spot she wants to be in. And then she also has the upper body strength to finish strong. Let people hang on her, still make it.
Radoshai's got the length to match up with Whitaker, but nowhere near the strength. And that time it was just a bull rush by Whitaker. They say, Celeste, that she can play in the Australian Professional League right now. And
sure.
you just wonder. I mean, she's a redshirt freshman. Minderman misfires from 3, and a traveling violation on Whitaker. Couldn't handle the rebound way up top. In any case, Whitaker, 6'3". She's joined Gonzaga in December of 24. Officially sat out last year with an injury. So she's kind of been with the program for a year and a half coming into this year, even though she hadn't played, as Betancourt gets the steal and converts. Now the largest lead of the ballgame, 45-35.
And Whitaker's, already set the school record with the most rebounds by a freshman.
Nesterov finds Ward. Didn't take the immediate 3, instead tries to draw a kick-out pass, does so to Zabo. Got it off the right angle. Stella Zabo hits the 3, and the Tigers have their 6th triple of the ball game. They trail by 7, 45-38, 7.5 to go, third quarter.
Double down.
What are they going to call here down low? Sydney Ward trying to go in front the post, I think she grabbed Whitaker in doing so. How many is that on Sydney? That's her third, Celeste. That's a problem.
Right, she's going to come get a little breather now, but Tigers really got to watch that.
She's so active physically on both ends of the floor, and that's a big-time concern. Ward has got 17 points in this basketball game. Long 3, Turner hits her first triple of the ball game. Second triple of the ball game. My apologies. She's got 6 points, and Gonzaga up by 10 again. Zia Alcuso picks up the personal foul. That will be her third. Taryn Gardner, the 5'10 sophomore from Spokane, by way of Boise State, enters the ball game. One of 5 transfers for the Zags on the roster this year. Bartholomew takes the tough pass, gets fouled. A late whistle, they call it on Whitaker finally. A late whistle, that's what always concerns you, but the shot almost went. So Bartholomew's going to get a pair here.
That was a nice pass in, too. Bartholomew leading with her hand, but Nesterov hit her right where she needed it.
77% are at the stripe this year for the Tigers. Misfires on her first attempt. The Tigers now 6 of 9 from the free throw line in this ball game. Gonzaga a perfect 8 of 8. 1 out of 2 for Bartholomew. She's got 7 points now. Tigers get it to single digits here, 48-39. Can the Tigers sustain enough offense to stay with this high-powered offense of Gonzaga, Celeste?
Yeah, they have their work cut out for them. Just Gonzaga just moving that ball, whipping it around. Tigers can do it. They just got to execute on that three-point play.
Now what do we got? Sabo, I think, with a hand check foul. Yeah. Tigers pick up their 4th team foul here, and we got 6:46 still remaining in the third quarter.
This is going to really affect the scoring in the game as well. You know, whoever's getting to that free throw line first is going to rack up some points in the second half.
Take a charge!
With the right hand to the rack goes Betancourt aggressively, puts it back up, no good. Rebound loose off of Radosai, out of bounds. Gonzaga basketball. Boy, Betancourt really aggressively from the left side, missed the shot and then got her own rebound on the weak side and missed the second shot on that possession.
Betancourt's stats are a little misleading. She's been really a pivotal player on this team, doing things silently, adding to the team, seeing, you know, she has a great basketball IQ, creating so many moves in the offense and hustle. But her her stats don't really reflect that as much as she's moving out there and making, you know, plays happen.
Well, they're calling a lot of basic contact here, and the fouls adding up. 8 fouls between the two squads through the first 3.5 minutes. That's the 5th on the Tigers. Puts them in the penalty, and Jaden Hale to the free throw line. Makes the first. Back up by 10 are the Zags. Hale makes them both. She's got her first, checked out her 5th, and 6 points of the ball game. Minderman out, Lowry in. Sabo breaks the pressure in the backcourt. Tigers go to work here in the half-court set, trailing by 11 now, their largest deficit of the ball game.
Go get it, she's dead.
Tigers cannot pick up that dribble that far out unless they're going to shoot it. They got to keep moving that ball.
Sabo has a look at a 3, got it. Beautiful kick out by Nesterov, who penetrated into the paint. The Tigers get it within 8 here at 6 minutes to go. Third quarter.
Zabo had 5 points last game, was looking good, continuing into this stretch.
Right now, the Tigers should not be taking chances on trying to draw fouls, offensive fouls in that type of situation, but Nesterov does, and that's her 3rd. And more free throws for Gonzaga, who are 10 of 10 at the line here.
This is another problem for the Tigers, with Nesterov having 3 this early.
Yep. Her and Ward both have 3. Taryn Gardner at the line, 92%. She's pretty much automatic, has them both there. Back to a 10-point lead as Nesterov brings the ball up for Pacific. Lowry, the junior, gets a pick from Bartholomew. Nesterov with a great job going to the ball there. Otherwise, Betancourt would have had a steal. She gets the steal anyway, reaching in. Now Nesterov down low had no choice but to take that foul inside. Daria was getting manhandled down there and was holding Taylor Smith. Smith is 6'2", so she had about 10 inches over Nesterov there. That's probably a good foul.
It was a good foul.
Taylor Smith shooting 2.
And Tigers trying to get a substitution in before Nesterov got that other foul.
Hannah Berg does check in for Nesterov. Berg, 5'6" senior out of Colorado Springs, playing in her final game in a Tiger uniform at home. Zabo out, Minderman in. 12-point advantage for Gonzaga. Zags led for 12 minutes in the first half. The Tigers led for 5.5 minutes of that first half. But it's been all Gonzaga in the second half here. There's a jumper along the baseline by Lowry. She can be instant offense. That's what Coach Davis and his staff looking for right now.
She always comes in providing that key role player position, creating offense opportunities.
Well, Hale missed the shot. The Tigers are getting a lot of missed shots defensively, but they're not able to secure the defensive rebound is the problem. It'll be more free throws. And that'll happen when we come back. Media timeout on the floor. 4:51 remains, third quarter. The Zags up by 10 at the moment. They'll have 2 free throws when we return on ESPN+. With Celeste Gehring, Don Gubbins back inside the Spano Center in Stockton. 14-11 run, third quarter so far for the Zags. By the way, Celeste, the great Steve Michael Bust, 22 years on the radio voice of Gonzaga, entering his last year doing Gonzaga basketball. He's going to hang up the microphone, sitting directly across away from us today. Want to congratulate Steve, and he's been nothing but a joy to talk to and listen to over the last 22 years from our perspective as well.
Yeah, great voice, great insight. It just, hats off to him for a great career. A legend.
He got honored at halftime the other night inside the kennel, and standing ovation from the faithful there, and well deserved, Steve. See you in Vegas for our next tournament and our final one together. Tigers break the pressure after free throws made by Gonzaga to take a 12-point advantage here. So it's a 16-11 run now in the third quarter. Winner Bartholomew sets the pick for Berg. Tigers swing it weak side to Minderman, steps into a mid-range, will not go, but foul called on Gonzaga. Contested that jump shot a little too aggressively, and that was Allie Turner. Second personal on Turner. That's the fourth team foul on the Bulldogs with 4:24 remaining in the quarter.
Radachai did a great job there posting up Whitaker, almost sealing her off, creating an offensive opportunity for Minderman on that play.
Both free throws by the freshman. She shoots 77% entering play today from the free throw line. Tigers surprised the Bulldogs, and quick timeout by Lisa Fortier as Gardner was trapped at the midcourt line. That will turn into the all right, we'll call media and then say 30 seconds. Michael January and his crew inside the arena. All right, we'll take the break. It is a full timeout. We'll be back on ESPN+. 4:19 remaining third quarter. It'll be Gonzaga basketball. They have 25 seconds to shoot here after the Tigers threw some backcourt pressure near the midpoint line.
Over. Get through, Berg.
Radachai late inside. Whitaker missed the shot, but then a late whistle will get Whitaker back at the free throw line.
I didn't really see a foul on that one.
Well, good ball movement by Gonzaga, and then Radoshai got hung up somewhere, and Whitaker was wide open inside, got a beautiful feed. Radoshai got back and took a swipe and fouled her, so Whitaker at the line. She's got 14, make it 15 in the ball game. 5 of 7 from the floor, 5 of 5 at the free throw line. 9 rebounds as well. Lowry dribbles into the forecourt. And the Tigers go to work inside of 4 minutes to go, trailing by a dozen here. Minderman, Lowry, Berg, Radoshai, and Laban out there. Lamerica Laban for Pacific in as the Tigers in foul trouble. Radoshai got the offensive rebound and then lost it on her pass out attempt. Good hands by Gonzaga. Turner steps into a three in motion. Can't get it to go. Rebound loose on the floor and still loose. It finds a Gonzaga player who buries it along the baseline. Taryn Gardner, 15-footer. Tough break there, Celeste, as the Tigers couldn't contain another defensive board.
Lowry just had it in her hands, and then somehow it slipped through.
Berg in transition, misses for the Tigers, and then Whitaker kicks it out. Turner to the rim, high off the window, nicely done. And now Gonzaga starting to open it up here. It's a 16-point advantage, 62-46. Bradley Davis wants the timeout, 30 seconds. And he's going to get some substitutions back in there before this game totally gets away, if it isn't already. 62-46, a 16-point advantage, 2:48 remains in the third quarter. Up in Seattle, the Portland Pilots hung on and defeated the Redhawks 65-61, Celeste. So big win for the Pilots, who sit in fifth position entering play today. And that is not a surprise with them winning, but how close it was, I guess, was maybe more of a little bit of a surprise. Up in Corvallis, the Beavers of Oregon State defeated Wazoo 79-51. So Oregon State will be tied for third place, no worse after today's action. Actually, they're going to be in third place alone because it looks like Pepperdine is walloping Santa Clara down in Malibu at 63-47. Wow. 16-point advantage with a minute to go in the third quarter. Pepperdine with a big advantage over the Broncos, who are finding the going a little rough here of late. Tigers working against a 1-2-2 zone here of Gonzaga. Lowry up top with the basketball. She's a junior, music major. Jurgensen, the freshman, back to Naya. They play catch out on the perimeter. They're trying to find Laban down low. Minderman has to hoist it up way out here. The defender made a lot of contact with the Tigers because it looked desperation, didn't get the foul, and I thought that was a definite contact there, Celeste. Hard to believe.
Yeah, Whitaker definitely leaned in on that. She ended up like having both hands straight up after the fact, but during that shot, she definitely leaned in.
Well, the whistle doesn't go the Tigers' way, and the Zags back with possession, leading by 16, 2:15 to go in the third quarter. Gonzaga finishes up at home against St. Mary's next Thursday, and then at Portland a week from today.
Deflected out of bounds, Tigers ball.
Well, the Tigers get the turnover here. They need to start cutting into this deficit, though. It's hard to do when you got so much offense sitting on the bench. Sydney Ward and Daria Nesteroff with 3 personal fouls. Now an offensive blockout foul on Gonzaga. Whitaker picks up her second personal foul here. The Tigers catch a break. They'll inbound at baseline right with 20 seconds to shoot. Smith out. Lichty back in for the Zags. LeBon at the free throw line. She was 2 of 3 at the line before that miss, so now 2 of 4 on the year. Only plays about 10 minutes a game. Doesn't play a lot. Has 1 out of 2 there, so it's a 62-47 score. Julia Wilson back in for the Zags. Betancourt with the right-hand dribble breaks around 2 Tigers. Now she has a lane to the rack. Kick out for a long 3 off the left wing, and that's good by Taryn Gardner. He's a really good shooter, Celeste. 46% from beyond the arc. It's even better than Turner coming off the bench. That's hard to believe.
Yeah, she has been shooting 50% from beyond the arc the last 3 games.
18-point advantage. Szabo to the rim with contact. Can't get it to go. Rebound loose on the floor, and it's going to be a reach-in foul on the shooter. Stella Szabo out of frustration there. 3rd personal on Szabo. Tigers, who've been in the penalty for about 5 minutes, will put Gonzaga back at the line. Celeste, the Zags 18 of 18 to this point at the free throw line. How about that?
Yeah. We knew both of these were good free throw shooting teams, and like I said, it's going to matter who was going to get into the penalty early.
Whitaker, who averages a double-double at the free throw line now, has 16 in the basketball game. Misses the second. Sydney Ward of Pacific, the leading scorer in this one with 17 points. She's going to sit the rest of the 3rd quarter with those 3 fouls. So they'll have a fresh Nesterov and a fresh Ward for the 4th quarter. Szabo, a look at a 3, well short. And a push underneath on one of the Bulldogs. It's going to go on Lichty. Lichty has 2 more years of eligibility, even though she played a couple of years at Cal Poly. Tigers uncharacteristic today, 10 of 15 at the free throw line, 67%. Rounded up. Bartholomew also on the bench with 3 personal fouls for the Tigers. So 3 best offensive players have been sitting on the bench for a few minutes for Coach Bradley Davis. Makes it tough when you're going up against the #1 Zags. Inside of a minute, 3rd quarter, Gonzaga can build it to a 20-point advantage with a 2 here. Betancourt with a foul, and then a reach in at the last second is going to put Gonzaga in the penalty. It'll be free throws again for the Tigers. 4th personal on Lichty. She'll check out. Kenley Dalen will check in for Gonzaga, get her first action today. A 6-foot junior from Montesano, Washington. Transfer from Minnesota. Lowry with the free throws makes it a 16-point Tiger deficit. Shot clock off as Betancourt brings the ball across the timeline. They'll set it up against the Tigers player-to-player defense here. All right, good defense by Szabo blocking the shot. That pretty much took the 3rd quarter away as the horn sounds, ending the end of the 3rd period here in Stockton. We'll go to break. 66-50, Gonzaga by 16. We'll be back with the 4th quarter on ESPN+. Gonzaga with 26-17 run in that third quarter to build on a 40-33 halftime lead. So it's the Zags up by 16 as we enter the fourth quarter. Good news for the Tigers. They get Nesterov, Ward, and Bartholomew back in the basketball game. Try and make a run here in the fourth quarter. Celeste trailing by 16.
Yeah, with those three back in, definitely look for them to shoot, get back into this game.
Ill-advised pass from the far corner by Nesterov to the opposite quarter is stolen by Whitaker. Then over the back foul off the missed shot, Lauren Whitaker. Good box out by Pacific there. Third personal on Whitaker. Might take a couple of possessions for these guys to kind of get back in rhythm, huh?
It looks like that. Bartholomew wanted to move, and they were waiting for the screen and waiting for the offense to go. 32
points in the paint through three quarters for Gonzaga. 32 of their 66 points in the paint. They're shooting 44, almost 45% from the floor as a result. They're Bulldogs 5 of 14 from the three-point line. Meanwhile, Pacific for the ball game, 15 of 37 from the floor, 40.5% there. 7 of 15 from the three-point line. Gonzaga really taking that three-point shot away in the third quarter. Tigers get Ward down low, and then a reverse layup off balance is too strong. And Gonzaga brings up the basketball. Good try by Ward, just difficult shot. Then Bartholomew steps in the passing lane and does steal it. Wasn't sure there for a moment. Was moving, but without the ball for a quick second there. 11 turnovers by Gonzaga, and there is Bartholomew with a 17-footer. The winner has 9 points in the basketball game. Tigers trail by 14 here, so certainly within reach, but got a tough ball club going up against trying to protect that lead. Turner bumped on her way to the basket. Let's see who it's on here. It's going to go on Bartholomew, and that'll be her fourth.
Bartholomew got her with the body there, had her hands down. I don't think she touched her with her hands, but definitely touched her with the lower body.
It was the slightest of bumps, but they're calling pretty much all the contact at this point. So she played a minute 44. Trying to listen in to see what Coach Davis was talking to the referee about. Free throw there by Gonzaga makes it 68-52. This is Ward. Jump stop and then a scoop underneath. Score the basket. It'll be an and one for Sydney Ward, and he'll look to get to the free throw line to make this a 13-point ball game here.
Great job there by Ward, just taking, no for an answer. She's like, I'm getting that ball in that hoop no matter how it's going to happen. That's what I'm going to do.
She loses her dribble. She can be dangerous at that point, right? She got that great quick spin right or left. Likes to go with her left hand or off hand. Mm-hmm. And she has very long arms for her 6'1" frame. And I think it's deceptive against the defender a lot of times.
Right.
Allie Turner using the big pick up top of Whitaker. Now far corner shot by the Zags is good, and that's Wilson hitting the big three in front of their bench. It's a big shot there. Stops the Tigers' run. Minderman to the rack. She scores and is fouled. Sophia Minderman with a nice take to the basket. And the Tigers will get hopefully those 3 points right back here with a free throw.
Tigers chipping away at, the score, trying to get in there with the points, draw that foul to the free throw line.
The Bradley Davis coach team is not going to give up. They're going to keep fighting all the way to the final horn. And Gonzaga
Absolutely.
will find that out if they don't certainly already know that. Sophia Minderman has her 8th point of this basketball game. She's 2 of 5 from the floor. 3 of 3 at the free throw line. Tigers back within 13 here. Need to play defense, get some stops without fouling. Ines Bettencourt with the basketball. This is Turner. She's been harassed out there all day long by the Tiger D. Alcuso, St. Mary's transfer. Fade away against LeBon's outstretched arms. They got the missed shot, but again, don't get that defensive rebound, Celeste.
LeBon did a good job on the initial defensive play with her hands straight up.
Marina Radoshai will check in for Pacific.
Take that away, so.
14 offensive rebounds on Gonzaga this afternoon. Traveling violation turns it over for the 12th time in this basketball game. The Tigers have 14 turnovers in the game. Both teams have taken relative good care of the ball in the contest as Minderman gets a pick from Radoshai. Stutter step with the left hand. Ward has a wide open look at a three. Bypassed it for some reason. Now wants to pick up the dribble and go to the rim. She's cut off.
7, 6, 5, 4.
Radoshai takes 4 steps to the basket and then charges into the defender. She went on to make the shot. What makes that one hurt even more if you're a Tiger fan.
Yeah.
How many steps did Radoshai take before she made contact? Got away with it, definitely a travel, but then picks up the offensive foul. So it's a turnover nonetheless. Tigers show some pressure here in the backcourt. Now they'll back it off. Gonzaga with a plus 12 on the boards in this game as Whitaker finds the going easy inside off the window from the right angle there inside. She's got 18 in the ball game and Gonzaga back up by 15 here.
She did such a good job on that back screen.
Ward got it to go somehow, some way. That's the senior bounce off the back iron and almost got stuck in the rim there. It looked like between the backboard and the rim, but somehow it found its way through the net. Bettencourt with a good take off the right angle, went all the way to the rim uncontested. 75-61. Tigers trail by 14. 5.5 to go. Ward has an open lane, gets to the rim, but is fouled, and she'll earn him at the free throw line.
She did another split there between Gardner and Whitaker, and neither one of them really contested that shot. And both of them were kind of shocked that they didn't. That would go right through.
Yeah. This will be the 43rd free throw of the ball game. Sydney had a terrific first half here. In case you joined us late, had 15 points at halftime. Ward with 24 in the basketball game now, leads all scorers. Sydney 5 of 6 at the free throw line, 6 rebounds as well in her final home game. In front of the crowd here in Stockton. Both free throws good.
Well, she's almost at her season high, 27 points.
Allie Turner finds Bettencourt. Breaks the Tiger pressure. Pacific trailing by 12 here. 5:20 to go. That ball's going to deflect off of Gonzaga. It's a turnover. And the pesky Tigers are hanging tough.
They are. You can feel the momentum shifting as the Tigers are clawing their way back into this.
Nesteroff out for the moment. Give her a quick breather. Hannah Berg in there. Zabo in as well. LaMerica Laban sets a pick up top. Bartholomew with 4 fouls will check in at the next whistle. Nia Lowry, it's a critical turnover. Only 3 seconds though. Here's Ward down low. Got to get a shot off. Reverse under contested by the Gonzaga defense, and the Tigers got bailed out there. Ward will get back to the free throw line where she's holding her left elbow at the moment. Timeout on the floor. It's the media break. 4:54 remaining in regulation. Tigers hanging tough. Trailing by 12. They'll get 2 free throws when we return on ESPN+. Tigers on a 13-9 run here in the fourth quarter. 4:54 remaining in regulation. Gonzaga is in the penalty, 5 team fouls, so the Tigers could be shooting a lot of free throws here in this last 4:54, Celeste, and they're 17 of 22 in this basketball game with 2 more upcoming here by Sydney Ward. 26 points now for Ward in this basketball game, leads all scorers. Whitaker has 18. How about a performance in her final home game, Celeste? 25 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal.
Yeah, she's Wonder Ward for sure.
Both free throws good. Tigers cut it to within 10. And if you're Lisa Fortier, this has got to be a concern of yours with 3 games left in the conference play before the tournament. They got a closeout game, especially on the road. And Whitaker gets called for the offensive foul there. That is her 4th personal, and she joins Taylor Smith with 4 for Gonzaga. Sierra Lichty has 4 as well. The Tigers have Radoshai with 4, Nestorov with 4, and Bartholomew with 4. Let's see the bench players finishing this ball game for both squads, perhaps.
Yeah.
Here's Sydney with the left hand. Almost lost it, and then gets it up top to Nia Lowry. Nia cut off. Somebody's got to shoot it. 2 seconds left. Lowry fires, and it doesn't hit the rim. Too strong. Well, they get the shot off, but not a real good look there. And Sophie Minderman of Pacific will check back in. Tigers miss an opportunity. Celeste, that could have cut it to 7 there with a triple. That would have made things real interesting with 4:24 to go.
Yeah, especially with the Whitaker out, just really capitalizing on that.
Pressure in the backcourt. You got Ward and Lowry there, but Gonzaga with a nice job to break the pressure. Betancourt. Alcuso fires it to the free throw line to Lichty. Good catch by Lichty. That was a bullet pass, and now a personal foul on who? Critical call here. Ward was down there. Let's see who they call it on. It's going to be on Hannah Berg of Pacific. First personal foul, 3rd team foul on the Tigers. Berg will come out. Nestorov with 4 fouls. Celeste checks back in, and we'll see how long the little point guard who's so vital to this Pacific team on both ends of the floor can last with the 4 fouls.
Yeah, she plays aggressive on both ends, so just, she's going to have to try not to foul, but she's so aggressive, it's hard, for her just to not do that.
Yeah, you can't flip a switch on that aggressiveness very significantly, you wouldn't think. Lichty makes both free throws. She's got 7 points now in the ballgame off the bench. And we're inside of 4 minutes. The Zags build it back up by a dozen as Nestorov goes right wing for Minderman. Down low, they tried to force it into Bartholomew, and it's an ill-advised pass. It ends up in a turnover. Number 17 of the ball game for the Tigers. Every possession critical. You can't give up possessions like that. Another offensive foul and a moving pick out there by Lichty. That's her 5th personal foul. They don't shoot. I'm sorry, so let's go ahead.
I was just going to say Gonzaga's had a couple of those, moving screens on the top there.
Well, you're almost better off in this game not setting any picks up top because both teams have had a lot of offensive fouls called on those picks. Minderman has a look at a three, misses short left. And a big rebound down there by Hale, Jaden Hale, the freshman. Pulls down a big rebound. Tigers go empty on another possession. 3:15 to go in the ball game. Pacific trailing by a dozen. Down low. Good ball movement. Long three attempt, no good. Rebound out to Nesteroff. Up come the Tigers. They do not have numbers, so they'll set it up. Ward with a long three. Missed it wide right.
Tigers looking to work on that three-point, play again.
Well, with Whitaker out, the Tigers have not taken advantage. All the way to the rim goes Turner, who scores. Defensive breakdown down low, an easy layup here. And now it's a 14-point lead, 2.5 to go. Well, I was talking about Lisa Fortier and the coaching staff really wanting her Bulldogs to close out games, especially on the road as they get closer to the tournament. And it looked a little shaky there for a bit. Now they've settled things down and forced the Tigers into some tough shots. And come up empty-handed on too many possessions here in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, the games on the road are so important at this stage because you're going to go travel to the tourney, right? And so it's just really having that mindset on the road that coach is looking for.
Hale with a nice move. She got trapped, terminated the dribble in the paint, and then had to fade away and bank it in. Tough shot. So it's 81-65, and Gonzaga, the number 2 scoring offense in the conference, gets to the 80-point mark, and that's not a good sign for Pacific. Although the Tigers scored 90 against Santa Clara, but scoring 90 against Gonzaga, a whole different story at this juncture. Naya hangs in the air, had a clean look after hanging in the air beautifully, but didn't use the backboard. And with 1:30, the white flag will be raised here as the Tigers will look to get their seniors into the game. Molly Ennis hasn't played a lot. Whitaker is back in, and Minderman, who's huffing and puffing, trying to defend Whitaker. Good luck with that. Commits the foul.
Sophia Minderman, second personal 14 foul. Lauren Whitaker shooting 2. Bulldog substitution number 12.
So Lowry out. In comes Molly Ennis, the 5'10 senior. She's from Burlingame, sister of Maddie Ennis, who played here at Pacific in her career. Graduated a couple of years ago. Ennis family, courtside across from us, Celeste. They don't make them any better than that family, do they?
They don't. And it's so fun to talk to them after every game or check in with Maddie, see what she's doing coaching.
19 points for Whitaker in this game, looking for her 20th. She's right at her average. You think she's having a great game, but she's averaging 19 points a game this year and 10 rebounds as well. She's got that in this one. 11 rebounds, 19 points. Just a ho-hum performance for her.
That's the usual.
Foul.
Call number 8, Sophia
Minderman.
Third personal.
Third personal. The Tigers are, it's going to be a shooting foul.
Whitaker shooting 2.
Tigers in the penalty here. Whitaker 7 of 10 at the free throw line. Gonzaga Celeste 24 of 27 from the free throw line. Excellent free throw shooting overall.
It's a clinic right there.
25 of 28. So you get 25 points at the free throw line. 18 field goals in the painted area. They're going to shoot a high percentage, and they're at 47.3% from the ball game. 6 of 17 from downtown, 35% there. The Tigers haven't shot terribly, haven't shot great though either. 19 of 47 in the game, 40%, which is about their average on the year. They got a good start from the three-point line in the first half, but 8 of 18 now in the ball game, 44%, which is really good shooting. But Not enough to overcome the deficit today. Ward 1 out of 2. Sydney with 28 points. What's her career high, you said?
It is 27.
Well, she's got her career high on her final game in Stockton in front of the fans. And congratulations to Sydney, and what a career. The biology major is going to go on to some great things, isn't she?
She is. Excited she's going into the medical field.
Molly Ennis and Louisa Enderig all going to do great things. Hannah Berg. Wish them well in their careers as they move on from Pacific. And with 42.6 seconds left, we're going to get a foul call. Imagine that. Julia Wilson's going to pick up the foul. That'll put the Tigers at the line. Ward's going to get a chance to get the 30-point mark here with 2 more free throws. The Tigers will finish up next week. They're on the road, both games, at Santa Clara, who will be looking for revenge, Celeste. That's going to be a tough ball game Thursday night, 6 o'clock from the Levy Center, Santa Clara and Pacific. And then after that game, they travel down to San Diego to take on the Toreros in a 2 o'clock game a week from today to wrap up WCC play. So San Diego, certainly a winnable game. Santa Clara is a team, like I said, they'll be looking for a revenge, but the Tigers beat them by 8 points or so here in Stockton a few weeks ago. Ward makes them both. She's got her first 30-point mark. How about that? She's got 30 of the 68 today, 32nd timeout. Also want to thank Tyler Zabi, Celeste, for his work this year, sports information here at Pacific. Doing a great job with all of the numbers for us. And Michael January continues to be loyal to this school and this program, the Tiger alum himself. And he's got a lot of things going on today, but congratulations to Michael. We thank him for his efforts and his crew.
Yeah. Yep. Kind of like a Where's Waldo situation with Michael January. You're always like, where's Michael January at? I saw him over at baseball, and then he's over here. He's just everywhere.
Yeah, moving target's hard to hit, I always say. And thank you, Celeste. I mean, it's a lot of effort. You come a long way, and I thank you personally for your efforts, too. I mean, we have a lot of fun doing this, but it's a lot of work, and it doesn't go unnoticed.
Right back.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Don. I mean, everybody, when we come in here, it's like the mayor has arrived. Everyone comes and loves you, and it's, so easy to see why. You're just a people person and come in every day, prepared and on task.
I love my Tigers and love to watch basketball at this level. There's a Betancourt fadeaway. How about that shot?
That's a tough one.
Betancourt's had a very involved game today. The 5'9" senior is only averaging 6 points entering play today. She's got 13 points today. As the seniors come out and Molly Ennis gets into the ball game. Louisa Enderig as well. Here's Ennis. She's going to try and score, I believe. Boy, I say a lot of contact by Betancourt, and there's a foul called. And sure enough, Molly Ennis is going to get a chance to score her first points in a Division I basketball game. The Tigers played Simpson University earlier this year in the preseason, and Ennis had a couple of triples in that game, but the stats don't count. Ennis does get to the free throw line and score. How about that?
That's great. Especially senior season, last game.
Yeah.
Going out on top.
Wonderful. Both free throws good. The Tigers hit the 70-point mark. And Gonzaga will dribble out the final few seconds, and that is the way this one's going to go this afternoon in West Coast Conference play. The first place Gonzaga Bulldogs hang on to that standing as they defeat Pacific 85-70 this afternoon. We'll take a quick break and come back with a quick review of the numbers before we sign out for the season. Gonzaga wins. You're watching ESPN+. All right, Don Gubbins, Celeste Gearing back courtside. 85-70 Gonzaga win after Zags led 40-33 at halftime. They build on that in the second half And the Tigers hung tough, but Gonzaga, too much talent, boy, and just a good balanced team, and I think they're going to do well in the postseason as well. But good game here today for Gonzaga over Pacific, although the Tigers got a great performance from Sydney Warder in her final game, 30 points. How about that? I mean, but just overall, too much Bulldogs today.
Yeah, just that Bulldogs team is so tough. Just the way they move that ball, those freshmen that they have that just come in and contribute. Whitaker, just her body size and style and roughing it up in the middle. Just it was a really great performance by Gonzaga today.
Yeah, 4 players in double figures for Gonzaga, led by Whitaker's 20. The Tigers get Sydney Ward with a 30 to lead everybody in scoring, and then 9. Bartholomew ends up with 9, and then 7 points for Nia Lowry, pretty much the scoring. But the Tigers get out rebounded big time in this basketball game, 39-22, and a big difference in the game. And then points in the paint, 40 points in the paint for Gonzaga. They were tough as they pound the ball all day long down low, not only to Whitaker but other Zags as well. And as a result, they shoot 48% in this basketball game. So with the win, the Gonzaga Bulldogs now 21-8 Celeste on the year, 13-3 in conference. The Tigers will fall to 11-16 and 6-10 in conference play. But too much Lauren Whitaker and too much Gonzaga, and congratulations to them on the win. But again, it's been fun, been a good year, and I hope all of you who have been tuning in, watching the ball games, have enjoyed it as much as we have. And then we look forward to 2 Tiger games next week on the road. We wish them well. And we'll see Pacific down in Las Vegas as well at the tournament. And we'll see Gonzaga there maybe. Who knows? You never know what will happen down there. Last thoughts, Celeste, for you.
I think, Tigers have a lot to be proud of as far as, Sydney Ward them coming out early, really playing aggressive. If they can continue to play aggressive down these last 2 road games and into the tourney, they'll do well.
Yeah, and a big bounce-back game next week at Santa Clara, as we mentioned. They'll be looking out for revenge as the Tigers beat them here recently in Stockton. All right, we thanked everybody I can think of, including the fans watching on ESPN+. Don Govern signing off for the last time from Stockton for this season. Once again, the final score here, Gonzaga 85, Pacific 70 for Celeste and I and everyone associated with Pacific Athletics. Have a wonderful afternoon, good evening, good rest of the weekend. We'll see you soon.